Stop what you're doing right now. Listen carefully. Because if you wake up every morning feeling tired, confused, or stuck, nothing in your life will ever change. But what if I told you that the first hour of your day has the power to transform your entire life? What if I told you that by training your mind every morning, you can crush fear, destroy excuses, and build unstoppable success? Today, I'm going to share with you 12 life lessons to build your mind every morning. Lessons so powerful, so real, that if you take them seriously, your life will never be the same again. Are you ready to stop surviving and start dominating? Then pay attention, because this is about to shake you from the inside out. I know exactly how it feels. You wake up, the alarm rings, your body is tired, your mind is foggy, and your dreams feel miles away. You scroll your phone, think about all the things you didn't do yesterday, and feel that heavy weight inside. Why is my life not moving? Let me tell you the truth. The difference between average people and legends is the very first 60 minutes of their morning. How they think, what they focus on, and the actions they take before most people even brush their teeth. This is what builds a mind that cannot be stopped. Today, I'm about to give you 12 life lessons that will train your mind to dominate, focus, and win every single day. This is not just inspiration. It's a blueprint to change your life from the inside out. I need you to listen carefully, because what I'm about to say could change the way you live your life. The moment you wake up in the morning, a battle begins. That first thought you have, that first feeling you experience, the very first decision you make after opening your eyes, it sets the tone for everything else in your day. If you wake up tired, complaining, and distracted, your entire day will reflect exactly that. Your energy will be low. Your focus will be scattered. Your actions will be weak. But if you wake up with purpose, if you train your mind to think like a winner before your feet even touch the floor, the entire day changes. Every conversation, every task, every decision is affected by that first hour. That is the power of your morning mindset. I want you to picture something right now. How many mornings have you wasted hitting the snooze button, scrolling through your phone, or thinking about everything you didn't do yesterday? How many mornings have you woken up already feeling defeated, already carrying doubt and fear? And then, by the end of the day, you wonder why nothing moved, why nothing worked, why success seems so far away. I'm telling you the truth. The day itself does not decide your results. You do. The first thoughts in your mind, the first choices you make, the attitude you carry, they are the foundation of your entire day. Let me tell you this. Winners, champions, top performers, successful people, they understand this secret better than anyone. They know that the first hour of their morning is sacred. They do not waste it. They do not leave it to chance. They know that the way they start their day mentally is a non-negotiable part of their success. It doesn't matter what challenges they face later, because their mindset is already strong. Their energy is already high. Their focus is already clear. And that is why they can dominate where others struggle. You might be thinking, but I don't have time. I woke up late. I'm exhausted. I have responsibilities. Listen, nobody has time. The difference between winners and everyone else is not time. It's how they use the time they have. Even 30 minutes of focused mental preparation can change the trajectory of your day. Even 15 minutes of intentional thought, planning, or reflection can create momentum that lasts for hours. And when you do this consistently, it compounds, it builds power, it builds clarity, it builds unstoppable energy that carries through every challenge, every obstacle, every moment of the day. Now, here's the truth. Most people ignore your morning mindset doesn't just affect your work or your goals. It affects your mood. It affects your interactions. It affects your confidence. It affects your decisions. Wake up feeling small, wake up lazy, wake up distracted, and the day becomes heavy, difficult, and frustrating. Wake up strong, focused, intentional, and suddenly the world feels lighter. Your problems become solvable. Your opportunities become visible. Your energy becomes unstoppable. That is the power of your mind in the morning. That is why champions protect their mornings with their lives. And I need to be brutally honest with you. Your results, your happiness, your opportunities, your success, they're all a reflection of what you think first thing in the morning. If you think small, your day will feel small. If you think limited, your results will be limited. If you allow negativity, distractions, and fear to enter your mind as soon as you wake up, your day is already lost before it even begins. But if you wake up thinking big, if you train your mind to see opportunities, solutions, and possibilities, then nothing can stop you. That first hour, that first mindset becomes a shield against distraction, a weapon against procrastination, and a compass pointing directly towards success. Your morning mindset is the blueprint for your life. It is the first victory of the day. If you wake up and take control of your mind, you are already winning before most people even leave their beds. Every successful athlete, every entrepreneur, every leader, they understand this. They do not leave their mornings to chance. They do not allow their thoughts to be random or weak. They know that success starts with a mind that is trained, focused, and intentional from the very first moment of the day. I want you to hear me loud and clear. If you take this seriously, if you commit to building your mind, first thing every morning, your life will change. You will stop reacting to the world. You will start creating your world. You will wake up with energy, clarity, focus, and purpose. And every single day, that morning mindset will compound into results, opportunities, and success you never thought possible. Do not waste another morning. Do not leave your first thoughts to chance. Protect your mind. Train your mind. Own it. Feed it with power, focus, and purpose. Your day, your week, your year, your life, it all begins with your morning mindset. Listen to me carefully, because this is the truth most people don't want to hear. Most people fail not because they don't have dreams, not because they lack talent, but because they rely on motivation. Motivation is temporary. Motivation comes and goes like the wind. Some days you wake up feeling inspired, ready to crush the world, ready to take action. But tomorrow, when you feel tired, when the excuses hit, when life gets heavy, that same motivation disappears. That's why I'm here to tell you today, motivation alone will never change your life. Discipline will. Discipline is what separates the winners from everyone else. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when your body says no. Discipline is what pushes you forward when the world is telling you to quit. Discipline is the silent force that builds empires, grows businesses, strengthens bodies, and transforms minds. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fire that never goes out. Motivation whispers, do it if you feel like it. Discipline roars, do it because it must be done. Motivation depends on how you feel. Discipline depends on who you are becoming. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you waited to feel motivated before taking action? How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow when I feel ready, when I feel inspired? Let me tell you something. Tomorrow never comes for those who wait for motivation. Champions, leaders, and successful people don't wait for inspiration to find them. They create it through action. They wake up early. They push through pain. They keep grinding even when no one is watching. That is discipline. That is the invisible engine behind every success story. I want you to imagine yourself 10 years from now. 10 years from now, no one will remember the times you felt motivated. They will remember the times you showed up day after day, even when it was hard. The habits you build now, the discipline you cultivate every morning will determine the results you get in your life. Your dreams will not chase you. You have to chase your dreams relentlessly. You have to outwork your doubts. You have to outlast your fears. Every small act of discipline compounds into results you cannot imagine today. Discipline is not just about waking up early. Discipline is saying no to distractions. Discipline is focusing on what matters most when everyone else is wasting time. Discipline is making small sacrifices today so that tomorrow you can live like nobody else. It is doing the hard things consistently, even when nobody sees it. It is studying while others are scrolling. It is training while others are resting. It is improving yourself while the world doubts you. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. I need to hit you with the truth. Your life will never change if you rely on feeling motivated. Motivation is fleeting. Motivation can't be trusted. Motivation will fail you when you need it most. Discipline, on the other hand, will never fail you because it is a choice you make over and over again. Every morning you wake up, you have a decision. Will you wait to feel motivated, or will you choose discipline and do what must be done, no matter how you feel? Will you be a person who reacts to life or a person who takes control and acts regardless of circumstances? Discipline will challenge you. Discipline will push you to limits you never knew existed. It will demand sacrifices. It will test your patience. It will confront every fear, every excuse, every weakness inside of you. And that is exactly why it works. That is exactly why it produces results most people will never see. Discipline turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. It turns average people into champions. It transforms dreams into reality. It is the silent, invisible force that builds empires while the rest of the world sleeps. Remember this. Every time you feel like quitting, every time you feel too tired, every time you feel unmotivated, remind yourself that motivation is temporary, but discipline is forever. Remind yourself that winners don't wait for inspiration. They act, they grind, they push. They do what must be done, no matter how they feel. Discipline is the engine behind greatness. Discipline is the foundation of success. Discipline is the difference between who you are today and who you can become. And I want you to hear me clearly. Discipline is not easy. It will challenge you every single day. It will push you past your comfort. It will force you to confront the truth about yourself. But that is exactly why it works. That exactly why champions are made. That is why success is earned. Discipline transforms ordinary people into legends. Discipline is the key that unlocks doors that motivation can't even knock on. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and the life you've always wanted. Listen carefully, because this one principle can completely transform your life. The mind is the battlefield of success, and what you feed it every morning determines how your day unfolds, how your energy flows, and what kind of results you get. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how smart you think you are. If you wake up every morning feeding your mind poison, if your first thoughts are negative, fearful, or distracted, your life will reflect that. Your energy will be low, your focus scattered, and your results limited. But if you feed your mind power, inspiration, clarity, and growth, suddenly your day shifts. Opportunities appear, confidence rises, and your actions become unstoppable. This is not luck. This is a choice. And that choice every morning determines everything. Most people wake up and the very first thing they do is grab their phone. They scroll social media, they check the news, they read complaints, gossip, and negativity. That is poison. That is what destroys focus before your day even begins. And then they wonder why they feel anxious, frustrated, or stuck. I'm telling you, it's not luck. It's not bad timing. It's because what you feed your mind first thing in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant weeds, fear, doubt, and negativity, that is what grows. But if you plant power, knowledge, inspiration, and focus, your life will bloom. Feeding your mind power requires intention. It requires discipline. You cannot leave it to chance. Champions, leaders, and successful people guard their mornings. They fill them with company, intent that builds them, challenges them, and inspires them. They read, they listen, they reflect, they plan. They refuse to allow distractions, negativity, or useless content into their minds. And that is why they are ahead of the game before most people even leave their bed. They understand that what you consume mentally every morning becomes your reality. Let me be honest. What you feed your mind matters more than what you feed your body. You can eat healthy, exercise, and look strong. But if your mind is full of fear, doubt, and negativity, you will never perform at your best. Your body responds to your mind. Your energy follows your thoughts. Your results are limited by what you think. Champions understand this. Winners understand this. They know that if they start their day feeding their minds with power, clarity, and focus, they are unstoppable. They are ready for every challenge, every obstacle, every opportunity. And here's the truth most people ignore. The world is feeding your mind poison constantly. Social media, news, conversations, entertainment, and even people around you, most of it is negative. If you allow this poison in the first hour of your day, you are already defeated. But if you control what enters your mind, if you choose carefully, you set yourself up for victory. You must guard your mind. You must feed it with power. You must choose clarity, inspiration, and growth. That choice every morning is one of the most powerful decisions you will ever make. I want you to understand this. Feeding your mind power is not optional if you want to succeed. It is not something for people with extra time. It is the key to greatness. If you want to dominate in life, if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to live on your own terms, you must feed your mind every morning. Protect it, train it, and fuel it with the right thoughts. Your first hour sets the trajectory for your entire day. It determines your energy, your confidence, your focus, and your results. Every morning, you face a choice. You can feed your mind poison, fear, doubt, and distractions. Or you can feed it power, clarity, focus, and knowledge. You can choose to consume thoughts, media, and influences that inspire you, challenge you, and push you forward. That choice made consistently every morning compounds into unstoppable momentum. And if you take it seriously, your life will begin to change in ways you never imagined. Your confidence will rise, your energy will multiply, and your focus will sharpen. Your opportunities will become clearer. Your actions will become purposeful. I need you to hear me. The first thoughts you allow in your mind are the foundation of your life. If you feed your mind poison, you will stay stuck. If you feed your mind power, you will rise higher than you ever thought possible. Every morning is a new chance to shape your reality. Every morning is a new opportunity to choose growth over stagnation. Every morning is a chance to dominate the day, to dominate your mind, and to dominate your life. Listen to me carefully, because this is the truth most people never understand. Most people sit around waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect plan, and then they wonder why nothing in their life changes. Let me tell you something. The perfect moment will never come. The perfect plan is a myth. Motivation is temporary. Action is the only thing that changes your life. Action is the spark. Action is the engine. Action is what builds momentum. And momentum is what transforms dreams into reality. Without action, nothing happens. You can think about success. You can talk about it. You can wish for it. But until you move, nothing will ever change. I want you to understand this. Action beats intention every sin. GA time. You can have all the ideas in the world. You can know exactly what to do. You can have a clear vision of your goals. But until you take action, none of it matters. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates results. That first step may feel small. That first move may feel insignificant, but it sets something in motion that cannot be stopped if you continue moving. Every decision to act compounds. Every step forward creates energy. Every move you make is a vote for the future you are building. Think about this for a moment. Why do some people always seem to get ahead? It's not because they are luckier. It's not because they are smarter. It's because they act. They don't wait for motivation to strike. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They move. And with every move, they build momentum. Momentum that carries them forward when obstacles appear. Momentum that fuels confidence, energy, and clarity. Momentum that multiplies every effort they make. Action is the start. Momentum is the force. And together they create results that most people never experience. I need to be honest with you. Most people are afraid of action. Action is uncomfortable. Action requires risk. Action exposes you to failure, criticism, and rejection. And that is exactly why most people avoid it. They procrastinate. They make excuses. They wait for the right time that never comes. But let me tell you something. Failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. Fear is not the enemy. Inaction is. Waiting is the enemy. Every time you take action, even when it feels uncomfortable, you are training your mind to be strong, resilient, and unstoppable. Every move forward, no matter how small, builds momentum that carries you past doubt, fear, and obstacles. Imagine yourself a year from now. The person who consistently takes action will be far ahead of the person who waits. That small effort today, that extra step, that push to start while others sleep, that is what compounds into massive results. Action is the secret weapon of champions. Action transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Momentum turns consistency into breakthroughs. It multiplies effort, energy, and results. That is why action is not optional. It is essential. That is why momentum is the force behind every success story. And here's something most people don't get. Momentum doesn't appear by chance. You create it through repeated action. Every morning, every task, every step forward, every decision to move, you are building momentum. Momentum is unstoppable. Once it starts, it lifts you, carries you, and fuels your next move. Momentum reduces friction. Momentum builds confidence. Momentum makes the impossible possible. Action is the spark. Momentum is the fire. And together, they ignite the life you have always dreamed of. The first action is always the hardest. That first step feels heavy. That first effort feels overwhelming. That first push feels uncomfortable. But once you take it, something shifts. Energy rises, focus sharpens, confidence grows, and every action after that becomes easier, faster, and stronger. That is the compound effect of momentum. That is why consistent movement, repeated effort, and daily action are the foundation of extraordinary results. That is why champions do what others won't. Your dreams, your goals, your potential, they exist on the other side of action. Nothing changes without movement. Nothing grows without effort. Nothing is achieved without momentum. Momentum does not come from waiting. Momentum comes from doing. Momentum comes from pushing when it's uncomfortable, from acting when it's hard, from continuing when the world says stop. Momentum propels you forward, even when obstacles try to hold you back. Action starts the process. Momentum carries it forward. Together, they build unstoppable success. Every morning, every hour, every moment, you have a choice. You can stay stuck, waiting, hesitating, planning, hoping, or you can act. You can push. You can move. You can take that first step. And that single decision to act, repeated consistently, will create momentum. Momentum that changes your energy, your focus, your confidence, your results, and your life. Action builds momentum, and momentum builds success. That is the truth. That is the law. That is the difference between the people who dream and the people who achieve. Listen to me carefully, because this one principle can change your life faster than anything else I can tell you. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how much potential you have. If you spend your time with people who complain, people who doubt, people who gossip, people who always blame the world for their problems, then you are limiting your own potential. You can have the biggest dreams, the clearest vision, the highest goals, but your circle will define how fast, how far, and how high you can go. I need you to understand this. Most people fail not because they aren't capable, but because they are in the wrong environment. They wake up every morning surrounded by negativity, and before they even take a step, their mind is poisoned with doubt, excuses, and fear. The energy you allow around you matters more than you realize. If you consistently feed your mind with people who complain about life, who talk about failure, who fear success, then that energy becomes part of you. That energy slows you down. That energy drains your confidence. That energy keeps you stuck. And that is why your circle is the most important factor in determining your results. Let me be honest with you. Most people see TTLA for comfort. They choose friends, co-workers, and partners who make them feel safe, who make them feel okay, who don't challenge them. But comfort doesn't create greatness. Comfort doesn't build empires. Comfort keeps you average. If you want to achieve legendary success, you cannot settle for comfort. You must get uncomfortable. You must evaluate the people you spend time with. You must be intentional. You must seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you, who push you to grow, who hold you accountable, and who refuse to let you settle for less. Think about this. Have you ever noticed that your energy rises or falls based on the people around you? You leave a room full of complaining, doubting, fearful people, and suddenly you feel smaller. Your confidence is lower. Your focus is weaker. Your motivation is gone. Now imagine surrounding yourself with people who are ambitious, disciplined, relentless, and inspiring. Imagine being in a room where everyone pushes you to go further, to think bigger, to work harder, and to never quit. That energy becomes contagious. That mindset becomes yours. That is how winners are made. And let me be real. Your environment affects more than just your mood. It affects your actions. It affects your decisions. It affects your results. You cannot rise above the voices you allow in your head. You cannot grow faster than the people you spend the most time with. That is why winners are extremely selective about who they allow in their inner circle. They protect their energy like it is gold. They understand that the wrong influences will pull them back, no matter how much talent or effort they have. They know that surrounding themselves with winners is the secret to consistency, growth, and long-term success. I want you to imagine your life 5 years from now. 5 years from now, the people you choose to spend time with today will determine the person you become, the results you achieve, and the life you live. If you continue to stay in the same negative environment, you will remain stuck. You will remain small. You will remain average. But if you actively seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you toward growth, your life will change dramatically. Your mindset will evolve. Your confidence will explode. Your focus will sharpen. Your results will multiply. Surrounding yourself with winners accelerates your growth in ways you cannot even imagine. And here's the truth most people ignore. Your circle is more important than your talent, your skills, or even your education. Your circle shapes your mindset, your decisions, your actions, and your energy. That is why champions, leaders, and highly successful people are strategic about the people they allow in their lives. They seek out mentors, coaches, partners, and friends who elevate them. They avoid those who drag them down. They intentionally surround themselves with people who are disciplined, ambitious, focused, and relentless. I need you to hear me clearly. If you want to win in life, if you want to achieve your dreams, if you want to dominate your field, you must surround yourself with winners. You must distance yourself from complainers, critics, and negative influences. You must protect your energy, protect your mindset, and protect your focus. You are only as strong as the people you allow into your life. If you want to grow, you must choose your circle carefully. Every day, every interaction, every conversation shapes your future. Winners understand this. Winners choose wisely. Winners rise faster because of the people they allow near them. That is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Listen to me and listen well, because this is the moment where everything changes for you. Every lesson we've talked about, every L principle, every mindset shift, it all comes down to one thing: your mind. Your mind is the battlefield. Your mind is the weapon. Your mind decides if you will rise or remain stuck, if you will win or stay average, if you will live a life of greatness or fade into mediocrity. I need you to understand this. Every morning you have a choice. You can let your mind be poisoned by fear, doubt, complaints, negativity, and distractions, or you can feed it with power, focus, courage, discipline, and the relentless belief that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Every thought you allow, every habit you start, every action you take in the first hours of your day will set the tone for the rest of your life. And here's the truth. Your life will mirror what you feed your mind. You see, winners don't wait for motivation. Champions don't wait for permission. Leaders don't wait for the perfect moment. They act, they rise, they move. Every morning they take control of their mind. They fill it with strength, clarity, and vision. They refuse to let excuses, distractions, or negative people dictate their energy. They understand that momentum is built through action, and action is born from discipline. That is how you dominate your day. That is how you dominate your life. That is how you become unstoppable. I want you to imagine your life 5 years from now. 5 years from now, the person you will be is the result of what you feed your mind today, tomorrow, and the next day. If you surround yourself with negativity, procrastination, and fear, your life will be small. But if you choose power, inspiration, winners, and relentless action, your life will explode beyond your wildest dreams. That is the power of your mind. That is the power of your mornings. That is the power of the choices you make right now. And here's the thing most people don't realize. Your mind is strong, than any obstacle, bigger than any challenge, and more capable than any situation you face. But it must be trained. It must be fed. It must be protected. You must refuse to let it settle for less. You must refuse to let it be distracted. You must refuse to let fear control it. You must wake up every morning and decide that today you will dominate. Today you will rise. Today you will be stronger, smarter, faster, and more relentless than you were yesterday. I'm telling you right now, your dreams, your goals, your freedom, your wealth, your legacy, they are all waiting on the other side of discipline, action, focus, and belief. And the key to unlocking all of it is building your mind every single morning. Feed it power, not poison. Surround yourself with winners, not complainers. Take action, don't wait. Build momentum, don't hesitate. Protect your energy, don't waste it. Every morning is a battlefield, and the first person to dominate it is the one who wins the day, the week, the month, the year, and eventually their life. So I'm asking you right now, wake up, take control, feed your mind, strengthen it, guard it, train it, commit to it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Stop settling, stop waiting, stop doubting. This is your moment. This is your chance. This is the day you begin building the unstoppable mind of a champion, the unstoppable mindset of a winner, the unstoppable life you were born to live. Your mind is your power. Your mind is your weapon. Your mind is your destiny. Take control of it, feed it, strengthen it, protect it, and rise, 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 because the world doesn't wait. The clock doesn't wait, and your life won't wait. The time is now. You are ready. You are capable. You are unstoppable. Go dominate. Go live the life you were born to live. Go build a mind that cannot be broken, cannot be stopped, and cannot be defeated.